And I didn't expect that, to see that kind of snow, and it made it interesting.
Oh, I got the safety on it.
It's the extremes of the Texas Panhandle and unexpected challenges for hunting legend Bob Foulkrod on this episode of Winchester Whitetail Revolution.
I'll get on his track. I'll get on his track.
One thing that deer didn't expect was us to be on his trail.
We were going through brush like a bull elephant.
There he is, there he is.
Let's just see what happens right here, because there's a lot of deer stay around here.
On the wild plains of the Texas Panhandle, Winchester Whitetail Revolution's Bob Foulkrod joins old friends in opening up new territory with a spot and stock hunt on Alamocitos Ranch. Here, he'll test his skills against trophy whitetail that call these 64,000 unfenced acres home.
Oh, it's funny how things turn out sometimes. You know, I met Chris through Ed Tiblis. He said, I've got a mule deer place that I'm starting up, and I got a whitetail that I'm starting up. Well, we came down and had a great hunt for mule deer.
Yep, there he is, going up the hill. Up the hill, going up the hill.
He's moving fast, though.
How far?
407. 407.
I got him, Bob. Here we go.
Take your time, Bob.
Here we go.
We got him. He's going down that thing.
Yes,
Good shot, Bob.
yes. Nice buck, nice buck. And now we're gonna go out and see whether we can get a whitetail or not.
Well, when a hunter's looking to book a hunt or go on a hunt where you spend the least amount of time and the best chance of killing a big upper end whitetail, Texas is the state to go to.
You're going to see a lot of animals. You're going to have a lot of opportunities. So you can afford to be choosy and afford to try things in Texas that you wouldn't try in other parts of the country.
We don't have a lot of shooting houses and bait stands everywhere. This is a Western hunt. You come out here and you lean on your binoculars for 5 days and you find the deer you want to kill and you go after him and you kill him. It's as primitive or as old-fashioned a way of hunting, I guess, as there is.
Well, we'll see what this S6 does.
Okay, Bob, you're to the right about an inch of center and about an inch high.
Inch high, I may have to adjust her a little bit. Here, we'll see what this shot does.
We got here to the lodge and got set up, and then he wanted to go down to the shooting range. And we went down here to the shooting range here, and about a 100-yard target. And he set up, very professional. Okay, you're just about a ½ inch to the left of that vertical. The grouping's still real good. I mean, you gotta, he's within the square.
You really need to be ready, so by putting in that time at the range, you'll be comfortable out in the field and you'll be able to make those shots.
That's the important thing. Choose the right bullet and choose the gun that's going to enable you to confidently go bang and make that shot.
I would say he shot a gun before.
Good stuff. We're all ready to go.
Now, little boy, I like music so well, and I don't want you to fool with these guitars when I'm gone.
Yeah, old Chris had this Ranger. You know, when people say, you used a pickup truck or used a four-wheeler, well, guess what? I did a 97 miles on horses, in wall tents, I mean, I've used four-wheelers, airplanes, whatever it takes for me to get around, I'm going to do it.
Some of these areas we hunt, They've got thousands and tens of thousands of acres to cover, and the only really way to do it is with a vehicle.
You know, the guide knows areas that hold a lot of deer. So you're going to start in one area, glass, walk around, try to find a good deer in that area. If you don't find it, you're going to go back to the vehicle and go to another area where he knows holds a lot of deer.
That's a huge deal there, what that is. He's right behind the dog.
Like I asked the girl to dance, and she said no, and I asked her again, and she said no. I ran out on the dance floor, and she still said no, and ran off.
Bobby, let's go hunt another deer. They're here.
But I just ain't got no way to go.
It's a whitetail.
That's a huge whitetail.
I would dare to say that was a Boone and Crockett whitetail.
He may step right into that opening.
I don't see him. Oh, yeah.
There he is.
I can try it right there.
Winchester Whitetail Revolution is brought to you by Winchester Ammunition, the American legend, and by Redfield, the soul of the American hunter.
That could have been them that come up that draw, and that might be that big old doe that was with that buck.
Yep, never know.
Ranch owner Scarber has chores to do, so he turns Foulkrod over to veteran guide and friend Ed Tiblis, instrumental in organizing this hunt.
Chris has kind of wanted to get into the hunting, and you know, he asked me if I knew any ways that, you know, would help out with the ranch and help promote it, and I said, well, the person I would recommend would be Bob Foulkrod.
The man is just a genuine person, and he knows what he's got to do to get the job done. Again, he will do whatever it takes.
One of the greatest guys you'll ever meet, probably one of the best hunters I've ever been around in my life.
And the thing is, if you are a viewer and you want to really pick something up and learn, the best thing to do is watch the best.
You know, some people consider me to be an expert deer hunter, and I have learned a lot. I've taken deer with longbows and recurves and compounds and crossbows and flintlock. I've hunted all 9 species of whitetail, starting in Saskatchewan, going clear down into Campeche, Mexico. And one thing I found is a deer is a deer. You know, he feeds, he breeds, he hides, he drinks, and once you realize those habits, you can hunt him.
Hunting trophy deer means stepping up your game on this Tecumseh Trophy Tip.
Hi, I'm David Morris. You know, I am often asked, what does it take to be a successful trophy hunter? Well, I'm going to tell you, if you're going to take deer like this consistently, there are 3 things. One is you've got to hunt where the big deer live. I have been hunting T-Rexes all my life. I have never killed one. And the reason is there ain't any. A lot of people hunt big bucks in places where they're just simply not any. You can't kill what's not there. Hunt where big bucks are if you hope to kill a big buck. The second thing is you have to know and understand the animal. You have to know how to hunt him, where does he live, what drives him, what motivates him. If you're going to hunt an animal this smart, you better be smarter than he is. And that's saying a lot when you're hunting that animal in his habitat. Now the third thing is, when you do get a chance at these animals, most of the time it's not a great chance. You gotta make it happen when your chance comes. Too many people get a chance at a big buck and blow it because of buck fever. They don't do the right thing at the last minute. You gotta do it right. You gotta make that shot count when your opportunity comes. If you're gonna kill these big bucks, you better be on top of your game. I'm David Morris. I'll see you next time on Tecumseh Trophy Tips.
To continue this and other conversations with David, go to Tecumseh.com.
Get over where we can see him a little better.
You never know. I can't see the buck, but I damn sure see that doe right there.
Well, the biggest challenge, I think, to this country in spot and stock is you look at this country and it looks basically flat. And you think you can see it all, but you really can't.
Most generally when I come to Texas, you know, I'm up in a shooting house or something like that, you know, they're throwing corn on the ground. And the reason for that is, you know, it gets you up where you can look down because it is so brushy.
It's really a thick state to hunt, to be able to look through this mesquite country, look through this brush.
Quality rifle scopes, binoculars, and spotting scopes are vital to finding game. And Tom McIntyre's Shooter's Bible Guide to Optics from Skyhorse Publishing is the most comprehensive source of information on hunting optics today.
If we could get to that little bend right there, let's go ahead. Let's just sneak right down the road.
When you start closing it up, you know, for 300 yards or less, you're going to have some good deer hunting savvy behind you to make things happen.
I don't see him.
Oh, there he is. See, there's the doe.
He's to the left of the doe.
Yeah, there he is, Ed. He's just coming out. We're gonna kill that deer.
Huh?
We're gonna kill that deer.
That's a huge whitetail.
Yeah. How far is he there where that doe is?
336.
I can try it right there.
He may step right into that opening.
I don't see him. Oh, yeah.
There he is.
He's in that brush. Let's move 100 yards on him, Red. Let's close the distance a little bit. If we can move to that next ridge right there.
Okay, we can try it. Just these, right or left?
I would dare to say that was a Boone and Crockett whitetail. And I didn't expect that, to see that kind of snow. It made it interesting.
Oh, I got to see it. I think he's a 165 class whitetail.
Yeah, let's move on him a little bit.
Let's go real easy.
I would dare to say that was a Boone and Crockett whitetail. I could have shot him a couple different times, but I really thought we could get a little closer, we could get a little better footage, and that was my mistake.
He's looking at us. He's looking at us, Bob. Try for a shot.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's big.
I go to the right a little bit, I get him.
Okay.
Or to the left.
Right or the left? Just these, right or left?
There you go. Going to the right. You see him yet?
No, he ran.
He was moving all the time. It just didn't work out. But that was a big whitetail.
We would have had to try to thread a bullet through the brush, and you know, there's another missed opportunity at a very, very good whitetail buck.
Even though a tremendous buck has slipped away, Bob and Ed share a long history of Texas trophies that they've taken over the years.
Ed and I go way back. You know, I enjoy his company, and he had a hunting operation. I've hunted deer with him. I think I did a deer show for Whitetail Revolution. I got him, Ed.
Okay, whenever you're ready, Bob.
He's walking away from me. Got his butt to me. I got him. There he goes. There we go. I missed him. I got him that time.
You got him that time. There he is. He's down right there.
Oh, I can't believe it. I missed him that first shot.
No, you hit the hot wire.
Is that what I hit?
Yeah, there's a hot wire running across that field, and you hit the hot wire.
Look at that. Is that pretty or what? I'll tell you.
That's a good buck.
That is. He gave us a slip yesterday. He got off the field before. I thought he was going to get off the field this morning before we got enough light to film him.
We hunted whitetail together, and I guess, as you say, the rest is history. We've been hunting together off and on for the last 15 years ever since, on one hunt or another.
And I guess you got two old dogs that think alike, and we share memories together. And last year I did a sheep, an all-dad sheep. I got him. He's coming out. He's got his butt to us right now.
Yeah, that's the one. When he turns broadside, lock in on him and let him turn broadside.
What'd you got? 194?
Yeah, 194.
Wherever he stands broadside there and gets down on both front feet, let him have it in his shoulder when you get ready.
Okay, you guys ready?
We're ready.
There we go. Down he is. That's a good sheep we got right there. And he went down. That whacked him, didn't it?
Yes, sir.
That's a beautiful sheep, and anybody don't think this is not sheep country, I invite you to come down and go hunting. Right here, man.
It doesn't get any better when you've got a good hunter and somebody that'll go the extra mile no matter what, whatever it takes to, you know, get it done.
Got 2 days of season left here. Weather's going to go to hell on us. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
The sky threatens a radical change in the hunting conditions, and whether it's for the better or worse is something we'll have to just wait and see.
Hey, I bet you can't guess where we're at right now.
I get on his track. I get on his track. One thing that deer didn't expect was us to be on his trail.
We were going through brush like a bull elephant.
There he is, there he is.
Winchester Whitetail Revolution is brought to you by Winchester Ammunition, the American legend, and by Redfield, the soul of the American hunter.
Low ain't gonna do you no good unless you got some good traction.
So far, it's been whitetail that have gotten away. And now, a freak Texas panhandle blizzard has come in, creating new frustrations.
Oh man, you wake up and the snow is blowing. I mean, it was absolutely nasty, you know.
Well, I always said if there was ever a blizzard in Texas, I would shave my head. And Bob, I did it. You hunted a blizzard in Texas, so I had to shave my head.
I absolutely love hunting in the snow. To me, you couldn't ask for anything better. Coming from Minnesota, you can kind of understand that. But that doesn't mean every state you should be expecting snow.
You know, you go into Iowa, you're praying for snow. You go north further than that, you know, you're hoping for snow. Now you're gonna get snow in lots of parts of the country, but in Texas, snow is the last thing you're prepared for.
And we get in the old Dodge truck and we go down the road, and of course we're looking for deer, and Chris not paying any attention.
I was talking like I always do, and I just barreled off into just a blanket of snow and covered the windshield, and we just were stuck there. And oh, we got out, and Bob, he got his little shovel made of wood, and I tried to do the same. I tried to follow Bob's suit. I mean, I thought Bob had been in the tricks and trades of everything.
Bob, I'm going to go up there and get that pickup and that chain. Okay.
I tried to follow suit, then I saw that maintainer sitting back there, which we weren't far from the house, which was good.
Hey, I bet you can't guess where we're at right now. Texas hunting whitetail.
And I didn't expect that. I've never been down in this portion of Texas before to see that kind of snow, and it made it interesting.
It didn't hold us up too long, but I'm glad we weren't stuck 7 miles north of the house, and we were stuck right there at the house, so that made it awful nice.
Hopefully we won't get stuck. I'll call you. It drips pretty bad. I know. I'm coming up out of that creek. All right. Thank you.
Boy, this is good country, Bob.
Snow hasn't let up all day.
I know it. It's been blowing.
Well, one thing it did, that snow came in and dumped on us. I guarantee we're gonna see more whitetail because we can see them in that brush.
I love hunting in the snow because it changes the whole world. You know, everything gets whited out. It brings it all closer together and tighter, and you're sort of hunting within yourself a little bit more.
Yeah, tomorrow should be real good. I mean, I got a feed.
Look there, Bob. There he is. There's that 8 point. He went down that draw.
I get it.
He went down that draw.
He can't get away from me. I get on his track right here. I'll track him out in that thicket in there. Let's back up a little bit.
It's really brushy down
there. I get on his track, I can track him out.
Okay.
We'll kill that deer. And that deer didn't expect that. He's, you know, the truck, he might run from the truck and then there it goes and he doesn't hear anymore and he might come back out and start to feed again. One thing that deer didn't expect was us to be on his trail. There he is. Oh, I got the safety on. Oh, I got him in the back.
We got him.
We got him.
You got him. You got him.
Get him on that snow. I get on his track. The snow was blowing and I was afraid I might lose his track. So, I mean, I jumped right on him right then and I start running this track.
We were going through brush like a bull elephant. I mean, we were just clashing and breaking limbs and stuff.
There he is. I got him. I knew once I got on his track, he wasn't going to get away. Just instinct. It reminded me back of those Pennsylvania days when you was in snow and the red plaid and chasing deer and doing deer drives. And I mean, it was just fantastic.
This is another aspect of deer hunting that you don't normally talk about or even think about, but it's that deja vu thing. You're crawling under the trees, or the wind blows a certain way, or even a certain smell. It brings it all back, and so much, I think, of what makes hunting special are those memories.
You get him, Bob?
Yeah.
It was quite an experience. From the time we shot him, from the time we had him down, I just can't explain to you how superb that experience was.
Yes, sir. Pretty 8 right there.
That's a beautiful area.
Texas in the middle of a snowstorm. You don't see that every day.
I tell you what, this is superb.
We've had fun, haven't we?
Superb fun, I'll tell you, no doubt about it.
Yes, sir.
When you're sitting there taking your last breath of air, you're not going to think on how much that deer scored. You're going to think about the people you hunted with. And I tell you what, I absolutely had a fantastic time.
We've had some fun.